Hey everyone, I'm Jamie and I hope you're having a fierce day. Today we're taking on the Joker Challenge in Bitlife with randomly generated Nathan Richmond. Nathan was born in Newcastle, Australia and was the result of an affair, so we're already off to a spicy start. We're pretty healthy and happy, but quite ugly and really dumb. Our dad is pretty religious, not very generous, but does have a bit of money, and mom is super generous but is poor. At 2 years old, we make our first friend, Kai Ladywell. He's a crazy super genius. And at 4, we then make friends with another crazy kid, Cooper Wilkshire, who's pretty handsome. Together we have a super genius and a looker, and me, who is neither. To become a decent Joker, we need to get those smarts up, so I have Nathan immediately start studying hard in primary school. Fortunately, in Bitlife, there is a surefire way to get the smarts up, and that's to read books. After reading a bunch of books, we somehow managed to skyrocket to 100% smarts. At 7 years old, we have our first naughty option when a classmate climbs out of the window and leaves class, and we laugh at him. Now that we're really smart, we need to build up our body with strength and agility. Our friend Kai wants to get into mischief with us, and of course we say yes. With our last Bitlife character, we said yes and immediately got thrown into juvie, so we'll see how this one turns out. We end up egging a local retail store and nothing bad happens, so it seems like being evil might be a little bit easier for Nathan than it was for Abby. At age 10, we get our first crush on a classmate, Chloe Clarendon. She's okay looking, but really smart and really popular. We ask her out, but unfortunately she rejects us, saying we seem nice, but she can't get over our stupid haircut. This is so devastating because we can't even go to the barber at this age. Kai and Nathan had a chat about the best movie villain of all time, which is sort of a coincidence. I think it would be the Joker. We had to take an eye exam, and I really seem to suck at these, so Nathan has to wear glasses now. With the newfound eyesight, we get cracking on our first crime by stealing a package from a trailer. We get a few bucks for it and nothing bad happens. We then ask Kai to get up to some delinquent behavior and pour laundry detergent into a public fountain. We then tried to pickpocket a Fortnite fanatic, but they ran off and fortunately they didn't call the cops on us. A classmate, Maria Hill, tears up all the pages out of the class textbook and screams each time, so we laugh and compliment her. She really likes the compliment, so I tried to have Nathan ask her out, but she's gay. She's also extremely ugly, a terrible student, and super unpopular. She rejects us obviously since she's gay, so we just BFF her. Next, we steal another package, this time from a tiny house, and then we commit our first burglary. We break into a nail technician's home and steal his laptop successfully. At 13, we are selected for the secondary school basketball team. Maria and I illegally take bets on the Stanley Cup, but we were caught and sent to juvie for a year. It seems like this is just where he wants to be though, because despite all of this, Nathan's happiness is at 100%. At 14, we finally get released, and the next year I make sure to check Nathan's sexuality since he hasn't had much luck with the ladies, but it does look like he's strongly heterosexual. We steal another package and then go for our very first murder. I had Nathan target a random hobo, so he would be less likely to get caught. He poisons him and the hobo dies and nobody finds out, so to celebrate, we go see a movie. To get our GED, we need $1,000, so Nathan works a bunch of freelance gigs and passes with flying colors. We try robbing a bartender, but he has 2 dogs, but we manage to flee before the cops arrive. We fail our driving test, but get 2 part-time jobs as a sign holder and a newspaper delivery boy. Now that we have 2 jobs, we blow off some steam with a second murder, this time by poisoning a pickpocket. Again, he dies and we manage to get away with it. Like before, we celebrate with a movie. We tried taking the driving test again and pass, so I guess he just had to get the homicide out of him. We successfully steal another package and cruise on over to 16. When in line at Starbucks, 2 girls wearing fake antlers cut in front of us. I had Nathan push them out of the way, it just seems like the thing that he would do. Then we successfully steal yet another package and then decide to pull off something big. I figure we should try to rob a bank before we turn 18 so we would still be charged as a juvenile, but I don't think that's how things work in Australia. We decide to rob the Hourglass Credit Union with silly string and a scream mask, but unfortunately we get caught and are sentenced to life at Newcastle juvie detention. On the bright side, juvie's super easy to escape, so we slide on out really easily. The first thing we do is get a full-time job, this time as a cat behavior consultant. Right after we nail the interview, we push a street sweeper off a cliff and he dies, but we're caught again. At 17, we escape with ease and are now suffering from depression. To cope with this, we try dressing up as an angry Karen to scare a random person to death. He calls the police on us. We do manage to escape again though. The following year, our mom passes from a heart attack after witnessing a car accident. We donate her body to science and inherit a whopping $8. Weirdly enough, we are cured of depression even though our mom just died. And while at the gym, we meet a love interest, Lily Butler. She's really pretty and really wealthy, so I have no idea why she said yes when we asked her out. Maybe she likes bad boys? Because of the kind of person we are, we immediately ask her to go on birth control and make love. Since life has been pretty quiet the last year, we try killing a street sweeper, but he bites our jugular and grazes our armpit. Fortunately, he doesn't call the police, so we do get away. At this point, I have Nathan dye his hair green so that we can go for that iconic Joker aesthetic. We try to rob several trains, but they never show up, and we try to kill a random drunk, but he attacks and doesn't call the police. At this point, Nathan is really sad, so I figured I should get him a buddy to make him happy. We then adopt Tolstoy the White Rat. 20 years old, we start taking Taekwondo lessons and then successfully electrocute a vagabond by throwing a toaster in his bath. He dies and nobody finds out. I try to ride what I thought was a lucky streak by once again robbing a bank with silly string. This time we try Rudd Community Bank dressed as a Black Plague doctor, but we get caught. We then get caught trying to escape prison and attempt joining a violent gang who then jumped us. It says that they lacerated our brain and bit our eyeball, inverted our belly button, and perforated our lips. I'm surprised that we aren't dead. I mean, Jesus. We're caught once again trying to escape prison, then successfully join the Brain Brothers gang. We try to get a conjugal visit with Lily, but she turns us down. At 23, Lily breaks up with us because she said she's worried we're going to turn gay in prison. Weirdly enough, it does say I'm starting to question my sexuality, but we can't check until we're out of prison. We wish her well because y'all know how this is gonna end. The next 3 years, we are caught trying to escape prison every year, try anabolic steroids, and then fight a crackhead. On our 5th try, we successfully escape prison at 26. At the gym, we meet a really ugly but really smart, rich Russian girl and start dating. To get revenge on Lily, we poison her and she dies, but we're sent back to prison. However, we do escape without issue, but the new girlfriend hates us, so we just break it off. We find a money clip and keep it, and then pick up several freelance jobs. The next year, we're cured of depression, but our friend Kai has decided to become enemies. We try to rob a car, but are caught and sent back to prison, and then we get caught trying to escape. While in prison, we're approached by the leader of the local chapter of Hex Angels and are asked to join. This time we successfully escape prison, and I immediately grab at the open position to be a clown, since this is a requirement for the Joker challenge, but for some reason we lack the qualifications. We try stealing a truck and get caught again, sent back to prison, and are caught trying to escape. We're now suffering from migraines and depression, get caught trying to escape again, but are super respected and feared in prison. At 31, we finally escape again, and I have Nathan get a deep tissue massage since I think he really needs it. When looking through the murder victim options, I see that our ex has a wife now, and I'm wondering if Nathan just has a trend of either hooking up with gay girls or turning girls gay. But instead of going for our ex's wife, we decide to murder Kai, our enemy. We try electrocuting, but he calls the police and we're caught. The next year we escape and try to rob a train, but they don't show up. At 33, we are cured of depression. I'm not sure if it's really depression if it comes and goes so quickly, but we take this as a sign and try killing our enemy again. This time, we successfully poisoned him and he dies, but we do get caught. We were offered angel dust, but declined and immediately escaped prison. Without skipping a beat, we get a job as a host at a diner. While at the library, we meet a Spanish girl named Maria, and we started dating. At 36, our father passes away from cancer of the foot. His wish was to be buried, but we just donated his body to science, which I think was a mistake because we didn't get any inheritance from him. I wanted to give the bank robbing another go, but silly string wasn't an option as a weapon, so maybe next year. Instead, we try to rob a train, but again, it doesn't show up. We also keep checking the job list to see if there's another opening for a clown, but nothing yet. At 39, our girlfriend wants to break up because we're emotionally unavailable, and she is absolutely right. At the library, a 49-year-old marine biologist named Danny asks us on a date. We go study and get a new car since ours was getting pretty old. The years keep passing, and life seems like it's mellowing out when, lo and behold, we finally have the option to rob a bank with silly string. This time we rob Newcastle Credit Union while wearing a masquerade mask, but get caught and sent back to prison. We finally do escape at 51 after suffering from anxiety, and our looks have taken a big hit. The first thing we do is watch a movie with Danny and compliment her since she did stick by us. This time, we try once again to be a clown at the circus, and we actually get hired for some reason. Maybe we're finally ugly enough. When looking at the relationship tabs, I see that our only friend Cooper hates us, and I really want to rekindle this relationship, so I have Nathan send him a bunch of gifts. Now that we're friends again, Cooper decides it is a good idea to invite me over and do meth, and Nathan decides that yes, this is a good idea, so we do meth. This does have our health in one go, so I have Nathan go on another cruise with Danny. While going on a walk, we encounter a stray cat and decide to keep him. We named him Daniel, and everything is beautiful. Every year, we periodically check and see if we can once again try to rob the bank with Silly String. So far, we haven't gotten the option yet. Finally, at 56, we do have the option, so this time we try robbing the same bank again, this time in a furry suit. We're thrown in jail. The next year, our cat dies after getting in a street fight with another cat. I guess you can never really escape the street life. We're caught trying to escape prison, but Danny does continually agree to visit us in prison. Several years pass by, we get in fights, try to escape every year, Danny visits every year, we try Xanax and caffeine pills, and then we finally escape. However, the next year we are caught and sent back to prison. At 65, Danny starts refusing to meet us and doesn't reply to our letters. The next year, our house gets repossessed and we're thrown into debt. We also get anxiety again, and our looks have taken another massive hit. Fortunately, we are finally able to escape. Danny hates us now, so we just break it off. To get out of debt, we do a bunch of freelance jobs and get a job at another cafe. Our happiness is super low, understandably, so I have Nathan go out on the cruise solo. It only helped a little bit, and our looks are at a whopping 1%. I have him get a massage and work out at the gym, and he finds a backpack with $469 in it. The next year he's cured of anxiety, but seems really lonely and sad, so I have him get a gerbil named Bobby Sue. This actually seems to do just the trick because we're suddenly back up to 100% happiness. We have a one-night stand with an old lady, then try to rob a train that never shows up. Since our looks are so low, I have Nathan get liposuction, which boosts him up to 50%. We meet a very ugly, stupid, but wealthy lady at the gym named Maria and start dating. However, while our relationship is going really well, our ex calls us up, so we hook up with her and Maria gets angry. We try to apologize and compliment her, but it seems like the damage is done. Our relationship was mended over time though, and I had Nathan get a turtle named Emmy. Everything seems to be going well, but then we try robbing the Choice Community Bank again, this time with a Molotov cocktail. We were caught and sent back to prison, and while we're in prison, Maria dies from smallpox. Finally, after 4 years of trying to escape, we finally get out. Since the girlfriend is dead, we take our turtle and illegally immigrate to Finland. We meet a retired architect who also has green hair, so of course we start dating. Unfortunately, the very next year we get caught and arrested for illegal immigration. We have to escape before getting sent back to Australia though. We were caught trying to escape, and then the girlfriend breaks up with us, fearing that we will turn gay in jail. At 89, we manage to escape this time and immediately hang out with the MVP, our turtle Emmy. At 92, we meet a 55-year-old smoking hot lady named Krista at the library and start dating her. We spend time together, apparently by putting antlers on animals and video recording them, which is really weird and cute. To make some quick cash, we take a duffel bag to Iraq and then take Krista to a painting class. We try to rob a train again, but it doesn't show up, and then we get a deep tissue massage. Since we don't have a home in Finland yet, we buy a tiny house and then go on another vacation. At 98 years, we buy a diamond ring and propose to Krista at an elegant restaurant, but she rejects without reason. I just really want Nathan to have something good in his life before he kicks the bucket. At 25, our turtle Emmy dies from old age, which is way longer than I expected. I mean, he outlasted like 4 lovers and outlived 3 friends. This time, we propose to Krista on a mountain and she accepts, so we immediately get married at a beach in Tahiti. I don't have her sign a prenup since we're gonna die soon. Immediately after, we write a will, leaving everything to Krista. We quit both of our part-time jobs and turn 100. 3 easy and uneventful years pass until we were once again caught and thrown into jail. We're caught trying to escape, but Krista still visits us in prison. I figured I'd try to start a prison riot, but the buttons are so delayed and weird. I think maybe it's built better for iPhone than Android. Anyway, we failed that. Another inmate bumps into us, and we're 105, so I just have Nathan insult him. Unfortunately, the guy somehow had scissors in prison and stabbed our mouth. Maybe that's how we got the scars? We try to go to the infirmary, but they tell us to suck it up. We're caught trying to escape again, but the following year we do make it out. We immediately return to Krista, shower her with compliments, and give her $10,000, then see a movie together. I have them go on a vacation together to Dracula's castle. At 110 years, the police catch up again and throw us back in jail. We're caught trying to escape, and the very next year, we finally die from old age. In the end, Nathan Richmond died in prison after a very, very long life with a net worth of 204,000 euros and got the deadly ribbon. Unfortunately, we were never able to successfully rob a bank with silly string, but God knows we tried. We managed 4 of the 5 Joker Challenge requirements though. We are male, a clown, killed over 6 people, and escaped prison more than 3 times. So that is the life of Nathan Richmond. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what kind of life you'd like to see next. I'll see you next time.